Hi. Welcome to Movies Reflexed. Today, I will show you a Thailand thriller heist movie from 2017 titled Bad Genius. Watch out for spoilers. Take care. The movie is about a very intelligent girl named Lin. Her father was really impressed and proud of her brilliant abilities. That's why he wanted to enroll her into a more high-reputed school. When they visit that institution, then they come to know by the principal that the fees of that school is extremely unaffordable. She says, "Can you afford to bear the fees?" But as soon as Lin starts talking, the principal is really impressed from her conversation. She is also shocked at her mathematical calculations. Furthermore, she enrolls her in the school with no fees at all. Now, Lin has made friend with another girl who has also just started the school like her. But she wasn't as brilliant as her. Lin used to help her to solve the queries of mathematics. Their examination also takes place, in which Lin gets the full grade. And her friend had also gotten good grades. But they were much lower than her. Although she wasn't prepared properly for the exam, but Lin helped her to solve the papers. She helped her cheat. Then, they both moved to a party arranged by the other friends of them. After talking a while, all come to know that, indeed, she has gotten full paid scholarship. But there were still some funds that her father had to pay. Going back to home, Lin checks the fee slip. She comes know that her father has paid exactly 200,000 bahts as fund for her admission. Seeing it, Lin starts crying, and she says to her father, "What was the need to enroll me in such expensive school?" Her father says on it, "Nothing more is important to me than you and your bright future. You keep on to your studies properly." After some days, Lin's mother's birthday is coming. And she begins to play the piano in the memory of her mother, as she was deprived of her mother's love. Then, Lin hits upon an idea. As her classmates were not brilliant as her, they have to drop out most of the time. Then, she calls all her classmates. She says, "Look at it. As I am playing this piano, just remember the movements of my fingers. If I point my fingers like this, then it means A is the option. If I move it like this, then the answer is B or C or D." All of them learn her finger points. When the time of examination comes, then Lin helps them with the papers. In this way, the class begins to achieve an overall higher grades. When the class's result is announced, then Lin comes on the top. There was a huge poster of her in the school premises. And the boy who had gotten the second position was named Bank. Representing their school, they partake in a competition. It was titled Teen Genius. Bank is also highly talented. They both win this competition. So the principal and the others feels very proud of them. The principal tells them there are a few students who are getting the chance to study in full free scholarship. But I am really proud of you two among them all. You both have brightened the name of our school. So I am willing to give one chance to both of you. But the matter of fact is this, only one of you can achieve it. And it was, one of you can get the education in Singapore. You will be able to be there in full free scholarship. So, just select one of yourself. And he can go to Singapore. Here, the family background of Bank is revealed. It wasn't good. Bank used to struggle much for his family. Then a boy comes to him. He says, "I want your book. You make very good assignments." Then Bank says, "I apologize, I also need to study." That boy says mistakenly, "Lin helps us a lot, and she also assists us in the examination. Whereas you just ignore the low grades like us." Bank didn't like this idea. He begins to notice it as the paper starts. Lin is literally helping them to cheat. Now, the exam starts. The question papers are distributed among all the students. Some question papers are set 1, while the others are set 2. It means there are 2 separate sets of questions for the students. Lin has the set 1 question paper. She gesticulates the others, "I have the set 1 question paper." Now, the students who had gotten the set 1 question were able to get help from her. And the other will surely be failed. When Lin begins to help them cheating, Bank was also observing it. He immediately goes to tell the supervisor. The supervisor says, "Okay, I will see what I can do now." Now, all come outside after the completion of the exam. The headmistress calls Lin to her office. Going inside, she notices that Bank is already there. It means he has complained to the principal. The principal asks her, "So, you have helping in cheating?" Lin gets confused. Her father is also called here. They complain to him that your daughter has been helping the student in cheating the exams. Had we enrolled her in this school for this purpose? She says many rigid words before her father. Lin is unable to bear these. So she says to the principal, What are you even talking about? Whatever you have to say, you say it to me. Why are you telling my father? The principal flies into rage. Lin shouldn't have misbehaved like this. Because her chance of going to Singapore is now over. And it happens what seemed as the most threatening. The principal declares, I will not dismiss Lin under one condition. She will have to study in this school without any protocol. And I will also not send her to Singapore. Then Lin says, okay. Don't do. She returns home after it. Returning home, Lin is again scolded badly by her father. Lin receives a call of her friend. She asks her to come to a hotel. There she says, I need your help. In fact, her father is also seated with her. Now, he begins to talk with Lin. He says, I want my son to pass an exam. So, you will have to assist him in cheating the exam. Actually, that boy and Lin's friend are going to take the same exam. Passing that exam has many advantages. They called Lin because they both could not pass the papers. She was called to help them. She is offered 600,000 Thai baht in return. But now, Lin wasn't willing to carry it out. Because she had been humiliated before for this. So she apologizes to them and leaves. Lin casts a glance at the adjusted watches there as she was going out of the hotel. They had different times fixed on them. As each country is appearing in its own time. Then an idea strikes her mind. The international test in which her friend and that boy were taking part, it had to be conducted at the same time around the whole world. And it's obvious, every country has different timelines. So, the country where this exam will be conducted first will already have the questions and the answers gone through. The question paper will be the same. They can copy them and give their examination according to their time. Now, Lin goes to tell them this fact. They decide that they will also take the help of bank. So Lin says, I will have to go to Australia for this. And I will take that exam there. And I will send you the answer key after memorizing the questions of the exam. So that you can prepare for the exact accurate questions. They all get excited because it was a perfect plan. On the other side, Bank is shown. He is being beaten by some boys. They throw him in the corner. Here, they are planning how they can cheat in the international exam and which way. They start to contact the students who had appeared in that international test. They say in the group, if you want help, then send the money. And this money is nothing compared to the place of passing that test. The students agree. All students join their created group. The richest boy whose father called on them and wanted to make his son pass the exam, he says to them. Listen to me. You can carry 4 things in the examination hall including pencil, eraser, passport and the question paper. The question arises, how will you cheat in this exam? Now, Bank and Lin will fly to Australia. They will memorize the questions there. But they cannot send the message to all the students. So, they decide, as there is a barcode on the pencil. In the same way, they will get the answers key by printing it. The answers will be printed according to the barcode lines. The thickest of the line is the answer A, after thicker is answer B, after it C, and the thinnest line will be the indication of D, so the orders of these lines will be the same. The plan was flawless. That's why they decide to stick this answer print in form of barcode on the pencil. The photos of these pencils will be sent to you all. We will go on our first planned trick instructed by Lin. As there are 3 breaks between the test. In the first break, completing first section. I will send the answers to all the students with my friend and her buddy from the washroom. She also does the same. Bank and Lin do this in the first 2 breaks. But Bank spends most time in the washroom when the 3rd break starts. So, the supervisor reaches there and tries to open the door quickly. Because he had started to suspect that Bank is going into the washroom again and again. The cell phone breaks after falling from his hand. And he is caught red-handed. On the other side, Lin is also unable to go inside because there is also another supervisor there. Returning to the examination hall, Lin is confused seeing that Bank hasn't still returned. It means something has surely gone wrong. Now, the 3rd section of the test had begun. But she wasn't understanding how she will now send the section's answers. So, she memorizes it while writing at a side of the paper. She vomits after inserting a pencil in her mouth. It was her excuse to go outside. She moves to the bathroom from there. She says, I cannot continue this exam, I am not feeling well. That supervisor also pursues her. He is Australian. Of course they were in Australia, and the rules there were very strict. She says to her, you will have to take your exam after returning from the washroom. Lin says, I am not in good condition. I don't want to come back. But that supervisor takes her forcefully for the test. Then, Lin puts her phone in someone else's bag while leaving. But the good thing was that she had already sent the message of this question paper. Returning back, she notices Bank sitting there. The faculty also knows that Lin and Bank are from the same school. So, they had suspicion on both of them. So, Lin had also been called. But Bank reveals till that time that Lin is not involved in it. Lin returns to her country Thailand from there. Her friends greet her there. But Lin is very worried. She embraces her father and cries a lot after meeting him. She was really worried about Bank. Many days later, when she moves to Bank's house, she observes a sports bike there. There are also some costly things among them. Seeing these, she wasn't understanding who brought them here. Then she notices Bank. He says, "Don't worry. I had returned. It wasn't a critical problem. And I have purchased these things from the money I got from there." She shows her a news. "Look at this, another international examination is going to be conducted. What do you think? We should earn a heavy amount of money from it." Then Lin says, "No, Bank. We have already done enough." Then Bank blackmails her. He says, "I will reveal the secret if don't agree with me. That you had also partnered with me." But Lin leaves disagreeing with him. In the end, it is seen that Lin is seated before an officer. And she is revealing to them that she helped in cheating in the international test. She also reveals how she did it. And with it, the movie ends here. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the upcoming uploads. Thank you for watching.